Bill O'Reilly here. Welcome to the No Spin News for Monday, June 13th, 2022. Stand up for your country. Well, we had more January 6th hearings today. We'll get to that. We'll report on it accurately. And then they're Wednesday and I think Thursday and I don't know, Saturday, Sunday. Anyway, they'll milk it. But we have what you need. But the Talking Points memo is about your money. So I think you're going to want to pay attention to this. So I wrote a column on Sunday, and I basically laid out, look, Joe Biden can't run the country. Everybody knows that. No two sides of the story. Anybody telling you he's doing a good job, all you do is smile. Don't argue. Just smile. Get away as fast as you can. If it's on TV, turn the TV off or to another channel. Because the guy, everyone knows, his own party knows. But now it's directly affecting us because we're in a bear market. Ooh, a bear market. What does that mean? That means that stocks are well off their highs in January, more than 20%. And they'll go down a bit further this summer. There's no real impetus to buy. Private investors, people like me and you, we're frightened to buy any stocks because how low can you go? It's like the limbo, okay? And there's no help. Biden doesn't know how to run the economy. It's shocking. And he doesn't have anybody to tell him how to run it. So why would you buy stocks? And then interest rates are going up, and that affects the currency. It affects everything. So I'm not a doom and gloom guy because of one thing. This has been factored in. The financial people on Wall Street, the people who really dictate which way the market goes, they have factored in Biden's incompetence, and they know he's not going to get any better. Problem is, there's going to be a recession. So you remember the last recession booted Bush off the planet and led to Obama being elected. All right, that was bad loans, all of that. Now, this is an incompetent president driving the recession. And just to refresh your memory, the two things that Democrats care about, and Biden is obviously the leader of this, are social justice and climate change. That's it. They don't care about anything else. So in climate change, they destroyed the fossil fuel industry. And that's what ignited all the horror. So we didn't harvest as much energy from our own soil as we had under Bush. It wasn't even close. And then that ignited the food prices up, transportation up, gasoline up, and the whole thing got out of control, which then dovetailed back into the stock market as profits went down. You would think that higher prices would lead to more profits, but no, because people cut back spending. Consumers cut back spending. So now there will be a recession, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as the last one because most people have jobs and most businesses need workers. So I don't think we're going to get a massive rise in unemployment, but the salaries can't keep up with the inflation. Remember, Trump ran the economy efficiently. And again, that's not debatable. That's a fact. 1.4% inflation. Now it's approaching 9%. Okay? Stock market record highs. You can't debate it. But Biden doesn't know what he's doing economically or any other area. Okay, so what do? You, the hardworking, honest American citizen. Nothing. So most Americans plan for retirement, education expenses, things like that, and they buy mutual funds, which is a big investment into stocks. Well, if you're going to look at your statement come July 1st, you're going to cry. My net worth has declined dramatically. Okay? So nothing I can do about it. I'm not buying individual stocks. I bought one today because it's a tech company that I believe will have a great product going down the line, and it was very low. But I didn't spend a lot of money doing it. Okay? So basically, I've told my broker no. And my broker voted for Biden, and I scolded him today. I did it in a funny way. I don't know if he thought it was funny. But he voted for Biden. I go, how can you be my financial advisor if you vote for this guy? He doesn't really have an answer. Anyway, don't do anything. Because if you do, you'll lose that money and never get it back. And there's nowhere else to put it. Under your mattress, okay, if you want to do that. you're going to lose 12% of its value every year because of inflation. When Biden is out, and I don't know if he's going to make the 4 years. Not going to be impeached or anything. He'll resign because of health reasons. That's a guess, but I'm going to get into that later on. But if you sell now and dump everything now, you're at the low point. It might go a little lower, but you'll never recover. If you hold, you'll recover in a year or two. So I'm holding. And that's my best advice I can give you. I could be wrong. This could be 1929. I don't think so. Because there's still a lot of cash and a lot of vibrance in the American economic system. Okay, so that's the memo. Now let's get to this January 6th hearing. It is apparent they don't have anything new. All right, so the people who hate Trump are going to hate him more. The people who like Trump aren't going to watch or listen. I don't know where this gets us. So today, the second hearing was about the big lie that Trump knew he lost the election, but was lying about it. And all the people around him were telling him, no, you lost, and he wouldn't accept it. So he's a big, fat liar. Okay, that's the theme of today. I know Trump, he firmly believes that he won the election. So is he delusional? Is he Biden saying, oh, the economy's strong? You decide, all right? But Trump has the right to an opinion, and his opinion is there was fraud in the election. That's his opinion. It's not shared by most people, but that's what he believes, okay? And he has never wavered from that. And you can apply all kinds of ego, or this or that. Or that. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm just reporting you the reality of the situation. So Wednesday, the third hearing, they're going to say how Trump pressured the Justice Department, and this is based on Bill Barr's testimony. Yeah, he did. He wanted the Justice Department to investigate the election. I said 3 days after the election, Justice Department should appoint a special counsel to look into these allegations. That would have been good. I wish that had happened. Just separate it out, special counsel, look at the election. There's all kinds of angst in the country. That makes sense? Trump has never been able to explain to me why he didn't demand that. That's what he should have demanded. Rather than putting the MyPillow guy and Giuliani in charge, I don't think that really worked. You know, when you would rather have a special counsel? But, of course, nobody follows my advice. On Thursday, Mike Pence, okay, the committee is going to go, Trump was mean to Mike Pence. He wanted him hanged. You know, I remember that movie, Hang 'em High? So you replace Clint Eastwood with Mike Pence. It's so ridiculous. So forget about Donald Trump exaggerates and practices hyperbole, word of the day, every hour on the hour in his whole life and always has. Forget about that. Yeah, Trump wanted to physically hang Mike Pence. That's Thursday, if you are keeping score. All right. Viewers of the exposition in primetime on Thursday. So ABC had 5 million, CBS 3 million, NBC 3 million, MSNBC 4 million, CNN 3 million, miscellaneous outlets, that's Fox Business, 1 million, total 20 million. According to Adweek, the networks, ABC, CBS, NBC, lost 7 million from the Thursday night they usually have with entertainment. Fox didn't run it, and they were down in primetime. Their primetime lineup lost some viewers. 123 million households in the USA have TVs. 96% of homes have televisions, and only 20 million people watch. For comparison, presidential debates average about 70 million, State of the Union, 38 million. So, and today and the rest of this week, nobody's going to watch. In fact, there's going to be a riot for the soap opera people who are demanding, as the world turns, is that still on? I don't even know, be brought back, and they don't want to watch this January 6th soap opera. Partisans all over the place, first on the left. Go.
The entire hearing was a good display of what's to come in the rest of the hearings. As was pointed out, we're going to show that Trump lost the election, and he knew that he lost the election, and he went on a campaign to convince his supporters that it was stolen, even though it was not.
Okay, good. Conservatives, go.
I think the entire story, because this is now about a security failure of incredible magnitude, and they don't even seem to want to talk about it.
Yeah,
and the one person that looks good is Donald Trump. Donald Trump authorized it.
So you saw John Solomon there. He's coming up. We have him on because there's stuff about Chuck Schumer in the win. And finally, here's what President Biden said about the hearings.
It's important to the American people to understand what truly happened and to understand that the same forces that led January 6th remain at work today. It's about our democracy itself. We have to protect our democracy. I know it sounds corny to say it.
Whatever. It's amazing how they get the teleprompters everywhere for Biden. He couldn't just say that as a normal person. They got to have the two little monitors there so he can read it. And just to reinforce, Joe Biden does not write anything. Not one blanking word. Nothing. Trump didn't write anything either on his speeches and things like that, but he edited. Trump edited. Biden does not edit or write, just so you know. If you own a home or property, here are 2 reasons you never want to become the victim of home title fraud. Reason 1, when a cyber criminal worms his way onto your home's title, he'll take out loan after loan using your home's equity. Then he'll vanish, leaving you to prove you didn't commit the fraud. Reason 2, you could be a victim of home title fraud and not know it for months. No agency notifies you or asks if you sold your home or added someone to the title. You'll find out when the collection calls start coming for loans you never took out. Nobody knows about how to help stop this crime more than Home Title Lock, America's trusted leader. I urge you to go to HomeTitleLock.com, read the testimonials from retired FBI agents and others, then register your home address to see if you are already a victim. And when you protect your home, tell them Bill sent you for 30 free days of protection. So please go to HomeTitleLock.com, HomeTitleLock.com. All right, let's go to our media expert, Bernie Goldberg. He is the purveyor of BernardGoldberg.com, BernardGoldberg.com. Now, this is a website that gives you, the American citizen, an honest view from Bernie Goldberg's frame of reference. And it's a lot. The guy's been around. Look at him. He's very old, but he knows a lot about the country. And he joins us now from North Carolina. How was that leave? Was that good?
Yeah, it was wonderful, Bill.
Anyway, I gave 10 minutes and 45 seconds summation on the economy and the January 6th situation. Do you have any quibbles?
Yeah, I do, actually. I get the feeling that I'm taking this more seriously than you are. You said there's nothing new. Okay, there's nothing new to you. There's nothing new to me, but a lot of people aren't news junkies. And I'll bet you some of them saw something that was new to them. But here's my bigger point. Whenever there's a controversial issue, whether it's guns, abortion, or now the January 6th hearings, everybody goes to their respective corners, builds a barricade, and makes sure no opinions they don't want to hear are allowed through the barricade. That's what's happening now. So on the left, you're hearing the things that you played. Either it's well, from the left, it's that Trump is guilty of seditious conspiracy to commit sedition and should be sent to jail for the rest of his life. That's what the left wants. From the right, there's no cross-examination. It's political because it's a midterm election year. It's true. It would be better if there was cross-examination. It would be better if there was no midterm election this year. to detract from what's going on. And that's what I want to talk about, what's going on. We know, this is what we know without doubt, without any dispute. Donald Trump lied, not just to me or you, he lied to his most passionate supporters. That's not a good thing when you lie to people.
Wait. When you say he lied, a lie is when you know something to be true,
Okay, let's
and then you distort it by saying a falsehood.
Let's get to what you raised as a possibility. If he didn't lie, which I think he did, then is he delusional, you said? Okay, if he didn't lie, then I say yes. Yes, Donald Trump is clinically, psychologically.
Well, he won't accept the fact that the vote in certain places wasn't rife with fraud. That's his position.
Listen, his attorney general said it.
They all said it. There's nobody credible that's backing up Trump in a court of law or anywhere else. However, there are questions about Mark Zuckerberg's massive intrusion of money into Wisconsin. There are other cases underway. They haven't reached fruition. But to say to say he knew, he didn't want to know, number one. My mantra here, Bernie, and I want you to comment on this. People believe what they want to believe. Would you agree with that? People believe what they want to believe.
Yeah, I believe that.
Okay, so he wanted to believe and wants to believe to this day there was fraud in the election. That's what he wants to believe.
I want to believe that I play center field for the freaking
No,
New York
but that's that you don't play center field. But you're a Jew, I'm a Catholic. We believe in our religion because we want to believe in it. So that's what I'm saying. He wanted to believe there was fraud. Now, you can say it's a lie.
I understand that. I'm saying it's not good enough. He misled millions of Americans, gullible Americans.
He put forth his point of view. Now, if that's misleading, he's entitled to his opinion. He's entitled to his opinion on it. But that's not what this is supposed to be all about. And this is question number 2 for you. This is supposed to be about, did he contrive the riot? Did he encourage the riot? Did he condone the riot? That's what this committee's all about.
Yes, he encouraged the riot. He egged on.
Okay, but if he says his own words, be peaceful, then he, on 2 days before, orders his acting Secretary of Defense to get the National Guard ready, doesn't that go in the face of your opinion?
If there were a criminal trial and I were defending Donald Trump, I would say to the jury, didn't you hear him say, go peacefully?
Right.
Yes, he said that. And it doesn't, excuse my word here, it doesn't trump what else he said. He continued this, what I call a lie, misleading, whatever you want to call it, Bill. He continued it for about an hour, and he egged on the crowd. He got them revved up, and then they attacked the Capitol, okay? Call it an insurrection, call it a riot, call it whatever you want, I don't care. Then he went back to the White House, watched it on TV, didn't do anything to stop it for a very long time.
He didn't know what to do. He did not know what to do.
What he did is despicable.
All right. I mean, look, that he didn't act fast enough when guys like Sean Hannity were actually calling him and saying, you better start condemning this and you better start to leave. He's culpable for that. He is. But he didn't want the Capitol riot. That is established beyond any doubt. He didn't want it to happen. And number 2, yes, you can make a circumstantial case that he encouraged people's irresponsible behavior, but you'd never get a conviction in a court of law that he did it intentionally, that he wanted to be a destructor of the Capitol. You'd never get a conviction on that. You know it.
No, I don't know it. I'm not saying he should.
I'll take that bet all day long. It might come to that.
Here's what I'm saying. if the trial is in Washington, D.C.,
No, it'd be a Supreme Court trial. Not going to be. It's not going to be a trial. It'd go right to the Supreme Court.
well,
They would try it.
Wait a second. Joe Biden has been pulled to the left from day one of his presidency. We'll agree on that.
Right.
The left wants a criminal trial, conspiracy to commit sedition. If he gives in to the left, the Department of Justice will, I'm not saying they will do this, but if he gives in to the left, there could be a trial. If the trial is in Washington, he will be found guilty.
Okay,
I mean,
but it's not going to be. That's not the way it will go down, because this is a president, and he was in office, and it would have to be tried in the Supreme Court, as other big cases throughout history have been. All right, well, last question for you, and this is a very interesting debate, and thank you for coming on, because this is what this program is all about. I want every side of this to be heard, all right, and then the folks can make up their own mind. So this committee itself, the fix is in this committee, all right, because they're not looking to uncover anything that makes Trump look okay. It's what they call a kangaroo court, isn't it?
I would agree.
All right, yay! So why are the networks putting a kangaroo on in full time, in prime time, if it isn't the Australian guy with the big knife? Why?
I would agree that it would be better if there was cross-examination. I would agree that it would be better if the Democrats weren't trying to hurt not only Donald Trump, but all Republicans to take their minds off of 9% inflation and $5 a gallon gasoline. Right. I would agree that it would be better if all of that didn't happen. And you know what else I would agree on? I would agree if Donald Trump acted like a grown-up former president and didn't do any of the things he did. I want to make one last point to the people listening to us, okay? To anybody who believes that Donald Trump did not egg on the crowd, that Mike Pence is a traitor, I'm not going to bang my head against the wall trying to convince anybody who thinks nonsense like that. What Donald Trump did was wrong. I'm not saying it was criminally wrong. I'm saying it was morally wrong, ethically wrong, and politically wrong. And to me, there is no doubt about that.
Okay.
And I am a registered Republican who's a conservative, who hasn't voted for a Democrat since I was a kid and voted for Jimmy Carter in the 1970s.
And you see where Carter got us. Well, next time around, you might have Trump versus whoever, and it'll be very interesting. We appreciate your candor as always. Bernie Goldberg, BernardGoldberg.com. You will get it straight. And in this time, in this country, we need all we can get. Thank you, Bernie. Supply chain issues have been a catalyst in bringing high-tech manufacturing back to the USA. My tech expert and founder of Brownstone Research calls it the Great Recalibration, and he discusses it in his newsletter, Near Future Report. For the past 35 years, he has helped his subscribers safely navigate volatile times, and he also answers your most pressing questions, like how to protect your money from inflation. What are the implications of a new digital currency and the Great Reset? What will the Fed do with interest rates? And what is expected from the stock market in 2022? Brownstone Research has been at the forefront of nearly every major market move for the past 35 years. Let Jeff Brown help you by signing up for his newsletter today at a 75% discount. It's a 12-month subscription for only $49. Please go to jeffbrowntech.com. 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 All right, here's the final thought of the day. The only way to fight inflation right now is to think ahead. So I mentioned this last week, and I'm going to mention it again. I did this, and it wasn't my people or people who run BillO'Reilly.com. I did. I said, when somebody buys Killing the Killers from us, orders on the website, give them Killing the Mob free. All right, and everybody went, oh, no, we'll give it to them. No, free. The reason I did this was because I know how much pain the higher prices are causing working people. What I also know is that you are going to have to give gifts this year. So if you think ahead and you can get a free book with a purchase of Killers, you buy maybe 4 or 5 of the, all right, you stock them. And for Christmas, for birthdays, if somebody does you a kindness, you have it at a very, very low price, much lower than any other gift would cost you. That's thinking ahead. So when you see something in your newspaper advertising something on sale, all right, that it's a quality product, don't buy garbage, okay, because it'll fall apart and you'll pay more in the long run. Grab it, stockpile it, because the gift thing keeps going, okay? That's smart. So you can work price rises down sometimes by thinking ahead. So Costco or Sam's or Walmart, right, they have specials. If you know you're going to use a product and it's at a lower price, you get a bunch of them. Even if you have to credit card it, it's worth it for you because you're not going to have to pay for it at a higher price down the line. This is planning, central planning. So this is a war, an economic war. These people, this Biden administration and some of the states as well, they're gutting working people. They're making it almost impossible to be solvent. So to fight back, you've got to outsmart them. And so on BillO'Reilly.com, if you buy Killing the Killers for Father's Day, we'll give you a free book, Killing the Mob. If you buy 4 or 5, you get 10 books. That gives your gifts for the rest of the year in a lot of circumstances. Okay. I thank you very much for watching and listening. Remember, our radio broadcast is all over the place now. The No Spin News will be back tomorrow. AMAC, the Association of Mature American Citizens, is the leading conservative advocacy and benefits organization in America. I am an AMAC member, and you should be too. AMAC gives you access to exclusive benefits, insightful takes on today's news, and a magazine full of uncensored content that you will not find anywhere else. Most importantly, AMAC is working tirelessly to preserve the freedoms enshrined and secured by our Constitution. AMAC has become one of the most impactful organizations in America because more than just talk, AMAC gets things done. They are pushing back against the efforts to defund our police, weaken the borders, and replace your freedom with government control. But they need your help. Stand with me and more than 2 million patriots and join AMAC today at amac.us. That's amac.us. amac.us, and tell them O'Reilly sent you.
Bill O'Reilly is back on TV and only on The First. No Spin News, every weeknight at 8 p.m. Eastern, only on The First.